I still feel the energy coming off of it. Like it feels like little tiny things hitting against my palm. And then try another one. Because it's like ever since I did that video, it's like it changed. So they did something. Ever since I posted that video, all of a sudden now I don't see them as much. Alright, let go. That's red line. Alright. I'll use the spray this time. Oh, there it goes. I'll try another. Got a little bit on that one. I wonder if it's one of those things where, alright, now just for experimental reasons, in case people will say, well, what happens if you just put alcohol inside a wine? Alright, well, let's see what happens. What happens if you just put wine just one. It's like you still see some movement, but I don't know if you can see, but there's like a film that kind of collects right at the top, right there. See that, like, layer? Yeah, it's like right there. That. Alright. Now, I'm going to wash this bowl out thoroughly. Soap and water. then drying the bowl out. Dry bowl. Dry bowl. Now, distilled water should be nothing but just straight distilled water. Alright. Now, let's see what happens when I spray water. Okay. So what kind of reaction are we getting right now? Like what? Like, so you're telling me alcohol, even just like alcohol responds like this even to distilled water? I don't see any like film or anything. I don't see anything. I can't really tell. I hold a little closer to the light. Still can't really see anything. But then again, I'm over here trying to find a way to expose nanobots with my naked eye. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna dry this up now. Turn. Just a little bit of red wine. No real reactions there, right? Again. Let's go straight from the bottom. See a little bit. got me wondering, could there be bots in the wall? See that? Look at that. Okay, so now that was just the wine by itself, and then the alcohol. Well, we're gonna do one more. Next, dry. Just that dry. Okay. Now, also something else. Or is it just just key on and just start spitting in bowls? But anyway, something else I wanted to let people know, right? Remember I told you all about Kapton tape, or I don't know if you've been paying attention to my, like, the worded posts. Kapton tape. I have been using it on just about everything. This fuse box up here, nothing, I don't think anything ever really works from it, but I tried to tape it up. I think there's still probably energy coming out from the side there. I don't know why I didn't just tape the whole thing, because I don't think we use anything from there. But what really gets me is when I noticed different spots along the apartment. I've been noticing like waves, like energy waves, like EM waves coming from these spots. Every spot I taped, I could feel like a wave of energy coming from it, and it's resonating with my body. Every spot that I have tape on, and I mean it's all over. Like I went all over the apartment. And found so many spots. Mind you, I already know that most people don't even, most people literally don't have to be aware that whether their body or the appliances in their home are being used as a weapon. It's like, it's literally one of the most secretive ways to literally kill a person without them ever really knowing. And then it doesn't even have to happen like instantly. You could kill a person over time because they don't realize that they have technology in their body that they may not have access to. And this technology literally can resonate with just about, anything that they turn magnetic. If it has a magnetic field, they'll turn it electromagnetic by steering an electrical current to that magnetic field. Or if it's electrical, then they somehow apply like a magnetic field to that electric field. Or, then there's what else? I don't know. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. But I am learning that you can use Kapton tape. You don't have to cover the whole thing. Literally, I think when you put a piece of Kapton tape on just about anything, you can feel. I tend to go like this. I could either go like this and feel the energy hitting against my palm, or I could turn my hand this way and I could still feel it hitting the back of my hand. I have no idea why I can feel this so well. Maybe it's because, I guess over the 4 years of this experiment, my nerves and my neurons, the myelin sheath has probably been damaged. So I could probably sense these incoming, electromagnetic waves of radiation coming into my body area network. What else? Then, I even put one up here because, what else? I'm trying to remember. There was so much, but I'm trying something new. Let me see. Did most of it dissolve? Pretty much. All right. So this is a little concoction I got here. Trying something out. It's distilled water mixed with zeolite. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of zeolite left in the bottle, but I just poured whatever left I had. So I would say it's probably about 15, 12, let's say 10 to 15 drops of zeolite, right? And that's what basically turned it black like that. Then what else? Then I also added some DMSO. I added maybe, let's see, about 3 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons of DMSO, because you don't need a lot. And plus, if you take in too much DMSO, it will literally have you smell like garlic or beets or some type of earthy food or something like that. Excuse me for the mess. Made some bacon and stuff and just haven't even really, because I was just in here feeling these pulses of energy hitting the left side, like literally hitting all right here. The funny thing is, like I tell you, everything starts up here. And I'm actually going to post what I asked the chatbot about this particular area up here. The most it'll really tell me is that this technology basically tries to mimic, or it tries to basically mimic the function of the crown chakra. Because the crown chakra is supposed to be the area above the head that basically receives messages from, I guess, different dimensions or spirits and things like that. Is your crown chakra is where you can tap into God. But what they're doing is when you learn about the wireless body area network, it's basically like a synthetic biofield. It's a synthetic biofield, and it's like imagine having this digital overlay on top, or rather, if not on top, but just like integrated and blended and blurred in with your biofield. And what's happening up here, it feels like as I move my hand, it feels like there is a what I don't think it's called the central control unit, but for whatever reason, no matter where I'm positioned or whether I'm standing or laying down, is this area right here, all of the signals that are coming and going happen right here. Everything happens right here. Whether it's coming into the mind or is leaving the mind, it's, all happening in this angle, this 45-degree angle. If I turn my head a little bit, it just shifts over here. Turn my head back here, it shifts over here. So it's fixed. That's one thing I learned. It's fixed. It has like a fixed, it has like a fixed entry point, and it projects outwards, and it's like resonating like with something like out here. So signals can come in, signals are going out. What else? Then right. So the problem with this, and this is like they've been heating this up so bad that it started to form this like lump, right? And I'm pretty sure I've learned this part over just from experience, but then I asked the chatbot about it, and the chatbot basically confirmed to me something I already knew. Anytime you're feeling like attacks on your body or heating in a localized spot, that's usually the place where there's a large number or a cluster of nanobots, or what should I call, nanosensors. It's like a cluster. So I know that I have one like here on my left shoulder, because I could feel the energy kind of almost like it's coming out of the joint and it's hitting and it's entering here. And then I feel it come down and then stimulate here. Then I have one that's kind of like, then I have one coming from like the heart center, and then that kind of comes out a little bit and then it loops up and then goes into the chin here, and then it's like the electrical current travels this way and stimulates into here. Then it feels like something, well, I told you, everything is up here. All of this, everything of where the energy is looping from, whether it's coming in through the left side of the back and coming out through the right, or whether it's coming out through the root chakra, or near the sex organs, and it loops up. None of that happens unless it's basically unless it comes through here. Whatever they're doing to our bodies, none of it happens until it processes up here. Whatever this area is called, because they're not, the chatbot doesn't know, because maybe they haven't posted this type of information in the published articles, peer-reviewed articles. But whatever this area up here is that goes, it's I don't know, it's almost like a cloud. It's like a cloud of like electrical energy, and it's almost like radio frequencies get converted up here or something, or maybe it don't get converted, I don't know, but it's like it's dense. Like I'm holding my hand up here, and it's like literally, if I'm down here, it feels cool, right? If I'm here, it feels cool, but then it starts to thicken, right? Thicken almost as if like I'm pushing my hand into something. And then now once I get here, My whole hand, my whole right hand feels like I am moving it inside of like, I don't even know, but it feels like I put my hand inside of something, and then as I'm turning it, as you can tell by my facial expressions, as I'm turning it, it's like manipulating magnetic fields that are bombarding the right side of my head. But that's not only just the right side of my head, that's the majority of the energy just trying to stimulate parts of the brain, or the different neurons of the brain. So then, I guess, whatever pathways it goes from here to wherever, that's how it works. But oh, right. Right. So this, I'm always all over the place. So right, like I said, zeolite, distilled water, about 2 to 3 teaspoons of DMSO, and I also put about like 10. I think I put about like 10 to 12 drops of iodine. The type of iodine I'm using, so that people know, because I know some people, it's like, it's not that, there we go. So this, here it says like one drop, but because I'm making a batch, something I'm not like drinking like it's water, I only take about like four gulps. I started off with 4 gulps. That's what I normally do. Then what else I have in there? Right, I said the zeolite. Oh, so people would know what the zeolite is. And you can see right there, right at the bottom, pH balancing, immune supporting, removes heavy metals and toxins, natural chelation and detoxifier. Oh, and then something else I heard that people should also consider taking is, of course, spirulina, spirulina. Then there's chlorella. That one's new to me. I believe it's CHLORELA. I think that's it. Then there's also fresh parsley, not the dried one, but fresh parsley has been known to be a really great natural heavy metal detoxer. Then I think that was pretty much it. And then I just stirred it up, waited for all the most of the borax to dissolve, and then I just took 4 sips. Initially when I took my first 4 sips, I did like so I took the 4 gulps. I didn't take sips. I took gulps, like 4 gulps. Then first thing I noticed is as it's coming down, I instantly feel like something kind of like this. Like it's almost like a wave, like it's a pleasing almost like sensation, like something's like almost lifting off of me, right? And then it kind of hit about here where the solar plexus, or maybe where the stomach is at. And then that's when I started to feel a little nauseated, and it wasn't like a serious nausea. It was just like, ooh, wow. But nothing, crazy. And then I burped. And then the funny thing is, when I burped, all of a sudden I felt everything go, ew. Like it was almost like my whole body just powered down. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. And I was feeling good too for like a few minutes. I was feeling good. I was like, this might be it. I was like, this is good. But then I also try to keep in mind always that anything that you do to interfere with the transmission, the reading, or anything, they're going to adjust. If they didn't find a way to prevent you from doing it at the moment you were doing it, it's probably because they wanted to see what you were doing, or maybe the AI, had a slip, and I don't know what the case may be, but yeah, I wasn't feeling much of anything for a while, and it was like I felt them trying to pick it up again. Like this has been throbbing like most of the morning, especially in my back. So they've been hitting like my lower back and this little spot right here for like they've been going hard. I wanted to get up and try to clean the house, because it's New Year's Eve. You don't necessarily want to go into the New Year's in a messy home, but man, this was just killing me all day in my back, and of course, other things. But other than that, I was just like, man, I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have the energy to want to get up to clean, to do the cleaning that I want to do. It's funny because people always say, if you clean a little bit, it won't be so much. And I'm like, man, look, you get hit like we getting hit. You get, let your neurons go through to what we going through, and then we'll see how much you can be clean and doing all this stuff and whatnot. Let's see that, But for a while I wasn't feeling anything. But then I think 20 minutes later they started adjusting something. I felt something picking up again. Like it was almost as if like I don't know if they had probably just went into the system and then had the AI adjust certain things or whatever, or I don't know if they probably, it's not necessarily the weekend, but it is New Year's Eve. So maybe they had a bunch of people just, I don't know, log in, and then they all jumped on my body and started sending energy towards my body so then they could pick this back up. Because one, I'm trying to go to church tonight. I'm trying to go and get some extra going into 2025, and they hate when I go to church. They do not like when I go to church. They do not like it. And it's like they always do the most when I'm either trying to go to church or if I'm trying to go to work. Anytime I gotta do something important, or let's say if I made like a promise to somebody to go somewhere, the night before or the hours leading up to, they're going to bombard me with so much energy. They're going to bombard me with so much energy and try to put me in so much pain. And I just thank God. I just keep thanking God that I keep my peace, because my peace, love, and sound mind. Because I'm like, yo, with what they're doing, I understand why some people just give up and why some people just lose all sense of their morality and they're just like, look, everybody can get it, because everybody acting like they don't know, everybody can get it. Trust me, I understand, because there's a lot of people walking around and they see you and they know what you're going through, but ain't nobody going to step in, ain't nobody going to help you, ain't nobody going to do nothing. Why? Because they're trying to protect themselves. But it's like, when you think about it, this system, there's no such thing as you protecting yourself. And there's no such thing as basically you being able to protect anyone else, because this system is working within every single person and living thing and non-living thing that's on this earth. Right? That was weird. Anyway, yeah, I almost spooked myself, but then I reminded myself, I was like, dude, why are you worried about somebody coming in your home, or why are you worried about somebody killing you? you already know the type of information that you have. I'm like, this is me talking about something. Like, you already know the type of information you have. It already got you lit. Like, because you already are learning things that could help liberate people from a whole system of enslavement digitally and spiritually. Physically, you could still work that one out. But it's the digital and the spiritual stuff I'm trying to help people with. Because, I mean, look, like I tell people all the time, I don't have weapons. I don't have no affiliations with no groups or nobody that's on like a defensive side or whatever. Hell, I don't know any police like that. I mean, I probably know a couple of people, but I knew them before they were cops, so it's like, I don't know. And then now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, he's trying to sacrifice himself, or, oh, he's trying to sacrifice his girl. Oh, he's trying to sacrifice his mother. Because basically, by me talking about it, they're saying that, oh, you're sacrificing yourself and everyone around you because you're not supposed to talk about it. I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't think I could live with myself if I literally knew that this person was suffering from something that I'm aware of that they're suffering from. And if I don't tell them, or at least tell them one time, and I always tell people, like, look, I'm going to tell you at least once something that you could do to help yourself. I always give people the benefit. I'm not going to do things for everybody, but some things you just got to get the information, then you can learn to do for self. I'm going to tell you like one time. I'm going to at least tell you once, right? We got to detox. We got to detox this stuff out of our bodies. And they're going full blown with this chemical, technological, and spiritual and psychological warfare. The four types: chemical, technological, spiritual, and psychological warfare. Did I say it? Anyway, but yeah. I guess that's it for now. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. It's been a while since I posted. And well, I want people to know, like, I'm all right. Of course, they're threatening me every day, and then they're constantly reminding me at least every 2 minutes that people want to see something bad happen to me. They're reminding me almost every 2 minutes that whether they're really trying to make this a race thing. They're trying to make this an ethnic thing. They'll say, like, what they've been saying lately is, oh, the white people don't trust you now. Then they'll say, oh, the Spanish community don't trust you. Oh, now the Mexicans got control of your girlfriend. Oh, now these people are controlling your sister. Or, oh, now these people are doing this to your mother. Oh, Chris, you're not strong enough. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm just like, hey, one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. I have internalized this one thing, and it made me feel so much easier to be able to handle whatever comes. I can only save who God allows me to save, and that includes myself. And that can apply to basically everyone. You can only save who God allows you to save. Nobody is actually saving anybody. If you do save someone's life, you better thank God, because God is the only one that allowed you to save that person's life. Unless you made a deal with the devil, and you saved somebody's life who, probably should have died, but they didn't. Or I don't know, unless somebody made a deal with the devil to have some super healing powers and whatnot, then now they just all of a sudden they can save everybody's lives, blah blah blah. But even in that sense, that's still an illusion, because God will let you act like you still have power, or God will let you act like you have that type of power. But that's only just to lead you to a different, place somewhere in the future. Because you got to remember, God allows certain things to happen, and then continuously too. God will allow certain things to happen. Why? Because there is something that has to be learned, or something that has to be gained or lost. And it might not necessarily involve you per se, but your actions or whatever you do to that person, or how that person responds, or who that person, there's so many other factors that go into the human existence and interactions with just about everything, and everything is energy. So it's like you got to remind yourself that you are always going to be doing something according to the will and purpose that has been bestowed upon you. Even if you are like this crazy super mass murderer or whatever, hey, there is someone who's probably in law enforcement that is being prepared and geared up and suited up and trained just to cross the path of that mass murder. And it was meant for that person to catch that murderer. Not everyone else that's been chasing them, but it was meant for that person to catch that murderer at that time. So it's like I'm giving myself space and room to let God be God. Because, ooh. And then a car horn just beat just now when I said that. I'm telling you, you saw what happened to my body, and then you heard the car horn. Synchronicities, pay attention to these things. I am giving space to let God be God. God already knows who I am inside and out. God knows I don't have I have little to no malevolence in me. I always wish to see everyone basically in the best possible mood they can be. Why? Because if you're in a good mood, you're in a great mood, or you're in a loving mood, that means you are spreading good vibrations wherever you go. But if you're in a bad mood, you toxic. You thicken in the air, Man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Just wanted everybody to know that stay studious, keep learning, keep exposing yourself to information that, even if it seems like it's too technical, remember there are dictionaries, there are thesauruses. You can learn just as much as anyone else. And then the best thing is, sometimes, look, if you're struggling with memory recall like I am, because they're remote neural monitoring you, it's okay. Save the notes, save the page, write things down. Like my girl always telling me, write things down. Because now they've been. I don't know if you can see it. I am. It is so hot, and I could feel energy penetrating in through this side, coming in through here, and it goes there, and then I can feel energy coming out like this way. It's like it's attached to my index finger. Where is it going? It actually kind of goes up. It goes up, Yeah. And it's like somewhere right here. Everything is up here. I just don't know what materials or what things I can use to, get rid of that. Anyway, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Sorry, I seen an intruder. All right, peace out.